Hi and welcome back everybody. Today I am in Wadley, Alabama. I'm by myself. I'm in the van, so this is a solo van camp out, I reckon. So I've got a lot to get done. I've got to cut some firewood. I've got a fire ring that I'm going to set out here and I'm going to leave it out here. And a few other little things to set up camp. So without wasting any time, let me get started on that and I'll be back with you in a little bit. Alright y'all, I've got the camp set up and this is just an overnighter, so here's what I've done. I've gotten a 55-gallon drum, cut it down, made a fire ring for this place. It'll stay out here. I brought a little spool out here, electrical wire spool. It can be served off as a table or whatever. And there's my van. I have actually figured out a way to put a little bit of a tarp on it. So now I'm not directly in the sunlight sometimes, but that's where we're set up. And I'm fixing to get a fire going here in a little bit, but right now I think I'm just going to relax a few minutes and finish up this cup of coffee that I started. And then it'll be time to start a fire. I'm not cooking with none of this wood, so I'm just burning sticks that was in the way. Just scrub trees that we had laying around out here. And there's plenty of that. So, you know, if I was cooking, it'd be oak or hickory or something like that, but it really doesn't matter. As long as this stuff burns, I'm happy. But let me get this cup of coffee down me, and then we'll probably start up the fire and get some of these outdoor lights up. Okay everybody, I've been sitting out here for the last hour and a half maybe, watching the fire, watching squirrels run around, and I even saw a deer looking back at me like, what are you doing in my place? But I just been enjoying it. It's been nice and quiet around here. But I'll be starting supper here in a little bit, which is going to be chicken fajita wraps. I reckon that's what you call it. I'll be starting them here in a little bit. I'm in no big hurry today. I'm just taking it easy. I'm enjoying the fire, and I can hear vehicles behind me, but other than that, it's been pretty quiet. All right, y'all, it's a little late, but I'm doing supper now. What I've got here is I've got a can of mixed chicken, dark meat, white meat. I like this better than just plain old white meat chicken when I'm making this. Gonna heat it up. Put a little taco seasoning mix in it. Not too bad. Not the whole thing, that's for sure. Get that in there. Get it stirred up. And then I'm gonna put me a little bit of thick and chunky salsa in there. Let's see here now. Trying to keep from steaming up my... There we go. Not much. I keep fogging up my... Alright, put a little bit of salsa in there. Just enough to give it a little bit of moisture. Don't want it too dry. And then it's ready to eat. Now some people want to put some more bell peppers and stuff like that in it, but it's fine the way it is for me. I'm going to put this on a tortilla shell and have supper. There that is. And I'm going to put a little bit of Fiesta blend cheese on top of it. And there you go, y'all. Bon appetit. All right, y'all. I just finished eating. Got one little can of chicken mixed up like that, it'd make about 4 of them little fajitas. And what I like best about that is that meal right there only takes 1 pan, so there ain't a whole lot of cleanup, and it's pretty darn good. So I can live with that for supper tonight. In the morning, I reckon we're gonna have breakfast burritos. So right now, I'm fixing to get up here in this van here in a little bit, watch the movie that I picked out to bring with me, which I'm watching Tremors. I like that movie, Tremors. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna watch tonight. So let me get through cleaning up out here. Maybe sit here with the fire for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna get in the van and watch my movie and then snuggle down and go to sleep. All right, everybody, it's just a little bit after 10, and I've watched 2 of the Tremor movies, so I've got my entertainment in for the night. I've got my buddy heater set up to turn on when I get cold. I do have a carbon monoxide detector in this van, so I ain't worried about running that. Plus, the buddy heater will shut itself off if it detects low oxygen levels. So I'm not really worried about that. I've got a little crack in the window that up front. I've got my curtains all put in. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I do. I've got my curtains set, so can't nobody come peeking in on me, which I don't believe anybody be peeking in on me here, but it's just something I do. You know, like when you go to bed and there's nobody home, you still close the bedroom door. Most people do anyway, but it's that way with me. So I've got the heater set up for if it really gets cold, I can just reach over there and turn it on. But I've got my hammock quilt. I got one of them, so I ain't worried about really getting cold. But I'm fixing to head to the bed, get up in the morning, cook a little breakfast, break up camp, and head toward the house. So we'll catch you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's daylight, 7 a.m., and I'm making coffee because it is cold outside. I'm gonna do it all inside the van where it's warm. I did cut the heater off last night before I went to bed, but about 2 a.m. I had to get up and turn it on again. So it got pretty darn cold, and let's see a second, see if I can bring it up. I think right now it's 34 degrees is what I read just a while ago. At 37 now at 7 a.m. So it's still pretty darn chilly out there. So I'm doing the cooking on the inside this morning instead of doing the breakfast burritos like I had planned on doing. I think I'm just going to do something a little bit quicker, easier, just to keep from having to cook so much in the van. I'm just going to do one of my camping breakfast bowls, which is grits, 1 scrambled egg, and I got some sausage to go in it, and cheese. So that's going to be breakfast this morning. But first I got to get me some coffee in me, and we'll check back with you in a little bit. Okay, got grits, a little bit of eggs in there, some sausage, and some of that cheese that I had last night on them chicken wrap things. So I'm just gonna eat breakfast and finish off this cup of coffee and then start breaking up camp, I reckon. We'll check back with you in a moment. All right, everybody, it's time to start breaking up camp. But before I do, I thought about this last night, and I said I'll do it today. Before I take down my awning, let me show you what I've done to make my awning. I didn't buy this or nothing. I mean, I bought a tarp, but it has these little magnets. And each one of these magnets is supposed to hold 50 pounds. So I just stretched it across there, and then I come out to a couple of poles. These are extendable painter's poles, you know, for reaching the high spots while you're painting. Bought 2 of those, and I just hook them in there, and then running my guideline down, and it actually worked better than I thought it would. I mean, I know that will not hold off rain or nothing like that, but it gives me a little bit of shade, so I like that idea. It keeps the dew off of my chairs. I like that, so I may do that more often. You know, I know I know I can do it now, so I may do it more often. But let me get all this broke down and head back toward the house. See what we gonna do today when we get home. All I got to do really is take that on and down, put my chair, my table, put them back in the van, and take the curtains out of the back window so that I can use my rear view mirror, and we should be ready to go. I am going to take that spool back to the house, and this week while I've got some spare time, I'm going to coat it real good with some water seal to keep it from falling apart, because we got one right over here that just fell apart. I mean, the top's still pretty good, I reckon, but the rest of it is gone. So I'm going to try to prevent that from happening with this spool. I've got plenty of water seal there at the house, and I got the time to do it, so that's probably what's going to happen with that. But I might even put another top on that to make it a smooth top. That's just according to how much extra lumber I got there at the house. But I am going to take that back and get it fixed so that it don't just rot away. But let me get out of here and get all this stuff put up and head toward the house. We'll catch you on the next video. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. And you can check out my other videos too. I'd appreciate that. Have a good one, y'all.